this case, it seems irresolvable. So you have, basically every power center in the country will do anything to prevent Trump from winning. Anything. I mean, that's the most important thing to them, is to keep Trump from becoming president again. Now, why is that? Is a whole separate and very interesting conversation, but that's just a fact, okay? And these are the same people who are lecturing us about democracy. We're saving democracy. Democracy dies in darkness. Democracy is the most important thing. You heard that creepy defense contractor say what we're really doing is preserving democracy. We're not just like selling weapons. We're preserving democracy, right. Which was a nauseating clip, and I hope on some level he's punished for that. But anyway, but then at the same time you have Trump is leading the race in every nonpartisan, or all the liberal polls are showing him leading the race, beating Joe Biden in the battleground states. So they can't let him win, but if they don't let him win, then it's just super obvious that all this democracy stuff was fraudulent, and that it's not a democracy, it's an oligarchy run by the richest people, that Bernie Sanders, back when he was a free man.
Yes, when I take a look at this tweet, this guy is going crazy after Tucker Carlson called out Ron DeSantis and let DeSantis pull off the greatest upset in modern history. I am finished participating in politics in this country. I will not vote. I will not support a consecutive bill this corrupt. Tucker Carlson know damn effing well he is gaslighting and lying, all because he is also a scared little bitch of calling out Trump, and his merry band of fake-ass patriot continues never-ending smear campaign based on 100% of the purest, dumbest, most easy, refutable effing lies. Okay, these are consecutive, actually going off on Tucker Carlson after he called out DeSantis.
Can I just ask a question, since you all are so on the internet and I'm not that much? You really get the sense that Ron DeSantis, who I liked as governor, the people who represent him online are the nastiest, the stupidest, and the most zero-sum people I've ever seen in my life. And I don't think that reflects him, but it's this is kind of small ball. And by the way, these purported conservatives, Ron DeSantis changed his view, and I like him, okay? I think he's been a good governor. I just want to be clear about that. I know him personally, I like him. But his donor, Ken Griffin, told him to change his view on Ukraine from it's a regional conflict we shouldn't get involved in to it's a super important thing, we should send more money. One donor got him to change his view, and all these so-called conservatives are supporting that like it's the most important thing ever. Who are these people, and what is their problem? What is going on with them?
It does reflect on Ron, because Ron should have fired the people running his campaign a long time ago. Look, I respect that he wanted to launch his campaign on X, on Twitter Spaces at the time, and it failed miserably. This is a mistake. And now you've got, look, I know a lot of people groan, but a lot of people laugh. The high heels, boots scandal. I mean, who's giving this guy advice, and why does he keep taking it? Because I will say it politically and policy-wise, we love Ron DeSantis. Yeah. He's done an amazing job.
I agree.
But his campaign is a train wreck.
Yeah.
Yes, if by now you cannot see it, then I don't know when you will see it. I think it's funny that by now, after everyone who has said it, these people still do not accept that they are disliked, and it is their own fault. Tucker Carlson calls out DeSantis' campaign. The people who represent him online are the nastiest, I don't even know the adjectives he used. When you take a look at Ron DeSantis' campaign and how they are doing it, it is just becoming.
Over the weekend, Donald Trump compared the bravery of those who have served in the military with his decision to debate Hillary Clinton in 2016 after the Access Hollywood tape came out, and you tweeted about it. You seemed offended by it.
So, Donald Trump, so he's, when he gets off the teleprompter now, you don't know what he's going to say. He's a different Donald Trump than 15 and 16. Back then he was colorful, but it was really America first about the policies. Now, a lot of it's about him. And when he's doing this and says that debating Hillary Clinton after Access Hollywood was like an example of bravery, that some general told him was more significant than soldiers who fight and die in war, that is offensive and that is wrong. Debating is the bare minimum that a political candidate should do. And I would note, Donald Trump has refused to debate throughout this campaign. He doesn't think he owes it to Iowans. He doesn't think he owes it to Granite Staters to show up and debate and answer questions. He doesn't think he should come and have to answer questions from voters. A lot of times he'll come in, give a speech, and leave. He's not going to visit all 99 counties. Nobody is entitled to this nomination. You've got to earn this nomination. And part of the way you do it is you show up, you answer people's questions, you shake their hands, and you show them that you care about the future of their communities. I care about the future of these communities. I care about the future of this country. I'm not running for me. This is not about my issues. It's about your issues, your family's issues, and the future of this country.
Yes, there is one thing Ron DeSantis has not realized. Not all about these speeches. That is not what will win you election. If I was Ron DeSantis by now, I could have realized it is impossible for me to win. Ron DeSantis cannot win general elections as we are speaking. It is impossible. I don't know if you are supporting Ron DeSantis or not. I just want to air out my opinion pertaining to this. I have seen him. He is not actually going really hard on Democrat. He is focused on Trump, like what I've seen recently. That is not the case. He has been begging for debate, like I want to debate Trump for a very long time. I don't get the point. There is nothing new that Ron DeSantis would say that he has not mentioned on most of these speeches. So what is the essence here? I don't get. If they could use a different strategy that can boost up his campaign, they could change this. Tucker Carlson actually spoke the truth, though a lot of people are thinking that he is going after Ron DeSantis. That was nothing but the truth. Like, his campaign is not doing it rightly. His campaign team. When I look at the kind of videos and they're putting out on X, it is not impressive to actually convince a lot of people to change their mind. He thinks maybe debating Trump could be the boost that can change a lot of people's mind. It is extremely difficult to use that strategy. I wish he realized that.
And also, would you consider being vice president for Trump?
It's funny you ask. So, thank you for asking me, Jaden. And it's funny that you paired those two questions together because they have the same answer. So you asked, would I ever consider doing kids programming, and would I consider entering politics? And there's a phrase in Western Maine that I just love. I don't know nothing about that stuff. That's the phrase. And I feel that way. I feel like there's this weird temptation for people when they like do something for, I mean, I've done the same job literally for 32 years. So, you know, and you get good at something if you do it enough. You know what I mean? That's why you want to go to the knee doctor who does it 8 times a day. And if you get to middle age and you're like, oh, I've been, relatively successful in my own stupid field.